So I counted, and I was able to get 23 humanity to her, which is close to what you need to unlock the shortcut, but it's not quite there. But that doesn't really matter because you don't need that shortcut until later in the game. So, what I'm doing now is instead of just cutting back to Firelink Shrine, I thought I'd show everybody the way. It was a little confusing for me the first time I did it. I thought some people might need some help. It's kind of easy to find your way down. Just keep heading down as long as you don't drop to your death. You're there. And also, I'm going to show you how to pick up an additional Firekeeper soul on the way there. So. There's that. The Firekeeper souls are pretty important, so you keep your Estus Flask restoring you more health. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do one more Firekeeper soul before we move on to an Orlando. So basically, I'm going to show you how to get back to Firelink Shrine and get 2 Firekeeper souls all the way there. The one you can get at the very start of the game, and there's really no reason not to. The reason that I didn't is so that you guys would have a more, I suppose, realistic first time experience with the game. Most people don't start off with the +1 Estus Flask. And I couldn't help you guys cheat too much. Just not goes against the fiber of my being, I guess. Or something overly dramatic. So these guys can be toxic, which if you haven't noticed, is like a really, really strong version of poison. Kind of like Pokemon, if you've played Pokemon. I'm assuming that the Japanese have a word for very, very poisonous because it doesn't quite translate to English from, you know, because two Japanese-made games, both using toxic as their very poisoned word. I don't think we English speakers have a word for very poisoned, really. So there's some slight slowdowns in this area. This actually hasn't been too bad compared to the console version. If you're playing the console version, I feel bad for you. It's really bad. There you actually have to do a running jump, unlike the other area where I told you didn't have to do a running jump. That's not true here. And we're going to try to make the fall. Actually, let's see if this firebomb kills him. Yeah, the firebomb kills him. If you don't have the firebomb, you can use really anything that's ranged. I've gone Dex. I'll probably die from the fall here. No, not quite. So we're going to try to grab. No, couldn't quite do it. The plus side is those guys that you killed stay dead, so you won't catch toxic again. So you're going to end up going to the same area and just going down to get the flask or the Firekeeper soul. So I'll meet you guys back up there. So here we are at the toxic dark guys again. You'll notice they're all dead. We killed them all that time, so. That ended up working quite in our favor. So if you have to kill them, if you have to make multiple runs to get them all, it just means that you're probably going to have to deal with the toxic status effect more than once. And it's a quite powerful status effect that you really, it's not something that you want to deal with. So we're going to try and get in here without aggroing any of these guys. Looks like it worked. They have a powerful fire attack in addition to all the blight attacks that the other hounds that you encountered earlier have, so they're worth looking out for. Cool-ish, I guess, lore note here is that this is where a lot of the pyromancers are from. And because of all the poisonous stuff here, you said pyromancer, like I advised, that's why a lot of your gear was resistant to poison. So, cool little side note, I guess, as we travel this area. Can't go up there, so go around and find the next ladder. Or wait, next ladder's right here. Sorry. Like I said, it's a kind of confusing area. And you'll climb up here and here. Then you'll kill this guy. If I remember right, those things were actually human at one point in time. So it must really suck to be them. Go with our magic weapons, since those trolls seem to be fairly weak to it. And we go for a few. Quick auto attacks to finish these guys off. Oh no. Rolling into auto attacks. Actually, I'll just run past these guys. There's no real reason to take them on, and we lose a lot of progress if we get killed. I would lose 24,595 souls, and all the progress I made getting up here, so not really anything you want to do. So what we're going to do here is we're going to actually, now that we're back up here, we're going to go to Firelink Shrine before we get the next Estus Flask upgrade. So I will meet you guys up there. So as long as we're here, as long as you're not in deathly need of going to the bonfire because of the poison, reinforce your Estus Flask first. And then just go up and use the bonfire. I'm not going to level up here. Actually, I'm going to buy more spells from Griggs so that we can try and get all those spells as soon as possible. And we actually have all of Griggs' spells now.
All right. That should help. May we meet?
And he'll leave now. And you'll begin or resume your sorcery training from Big Hat Logan, who already received several lore tips about the game. And we use the rest of our level up. Actually, level up our endurance. Get it to 108. Get it to, sorry, 20, but get our equip load to 108. So magic. Great Heavy Solar I don't quite have enough intelligence for yet. It would be something that we could use, though. We'll just use the Great Soul Arrow for now. And I'm just going to get us this last Estus Flask upgrade before we push on for Anor Londo. And we'll actually be rescuing Big Hat Logan while we're there, so that you can resume your sorcerer training. So I'm capped off on Griggs just in time. So since I have so few souls, I'll probably just be doing this as a suicide run. No humanity. And 1,478 souls. You can fight your way out of these ghosts that you're going to be encountering in a second with these transient curses. But I really just recommend running past them and then running off the side so that you die and go back to Firelink Shrine. So here we go. We go up here. Slight slowdown. Wow, huge slowdown, actually. I don't know what that's all about. Wow. Okay, it turns out my laptop overheated, so... So earlier when I was here, you may have noticed my frame rate dropped down really sharply, and I got disconnected. That happened because, I think due to an overheating of my laptop, but now it appears to be happening again. Maybe not. And then we'll just walk off the side of the cliff. And we'll talk quickly to the Firekeeper and reinforce our Estus Flask again. And we're all ready to go on to Anor Londo. And now that we've finished that, I will reconvene with you guys later at the Firelink Shrine, and we'll be pressing onward to the next area.